Today I want to do a review of the NIV Jesus Bible, and this is from Zondervan. This Bible was out previously before this. This is just, they're redoing it with some new covers. The inside is the same, but they are adding some different cover choices. So before we get into this here, let's look at some of the features. So as I said, this is the NIV. It is also available in the ESV, and the new covers in the ESV will be coming out in April at some point. You're going to have an introduction by Louis Giglio. We have 66 book introductions that highlight the story of Jesus in every book, and that's what I love most about this Bible, that it does highlight and pull out everything about Jesus in every book, both the Old Testament and the New Testament. There are 6 essays that draw attention to the broader narrative of the Bible, over 300 full-page articles and nearly 700 sidebar articles that reveal Jesus throughout all of Scripture. It's going to be in a single-column text. The cover art on this particular edition is designed by Joshua Noom. There is room for notes and journaling throughout. There's going to be an NIV dictionary and concordance, 2 satin ribbon markers, the NIV Comfort print typeface, and a 9.5 font size. So let's go ahead and pull this out. So the cover on this one's really cool. It is an imitation leather, and you can just see all of these details here. It's very busy, very pink, beautiful, flowery. And also this design is on the spine as well. So as we get into it here, we're going to start out with a table of contents. Going to have a preface. List of contributors. And then this is the introduction from Louis Giglio, who is an author. I don't know a lot about him. I do know he has authored several books. And then we're going to get into the Old Testament. A feature that I do like about this Bible is before every book, it gives a new title for Jesus. So for Genesis, Jesus is our glorious creator. And for each 66 of the books, there's a different title for Jesus that goes along with that book. For the book introductions, you're going to get dates. You're going to get about 2 pages of an introduction. You're going to get a key verse. And the font size for the some of the articles and the introductions here is significantly bigger than the scripture. This is probably more like a 12 or so. Whereas the font in the Bible, as we see here, is a 9.5. Do you think it reads slightly small? But that's just my eyes. I could be wrong on that. So you're going to see that there are articles in the margin. This is not on every page. There are some pages that have more room for taking notes. You're going to see some full-page articles throughout. Like this, for example, this one is Jesus created everything and holds it all together. So just to reiterate what I said earlier, this Bible, the whole focus of the Jesus Bible is to show how Jesus is the main or prevalent part of every single book of the Bible, whether you are in the Old Testament or the New Testament. So that's what all of these articles and sidebars are going to be about. We do have a single column text. This is a several page article. Beginnings, Jesus as the supreme display of the glory of God. Would help if I could talk today. That's going to go on and there's a couple of these that are several pages. Most of the articles are just either a page or they're a little bit of space in the margin, but there are a couple of those longer ones as well. I did a study online with Proverbs 31 Ministries a couple months ago. Was on seeing Jesus in the Old Testament. So I used this Bible when I went through that study, and that was really interesting and a great resource to use along with that. So if you're looking for a Bible that'll help you see Jesus in every book, help you better understand the Old Testament and how the Bible comes together as one big narrative or story, then this is a great resource to have. So you can see, like I said before, some of the pages do have some space for journaling. The pages aren't super thick, so you definitely would want to test out whatever product you're going to use to take your notes, like maybe somewhere in the back of the Bible, so you can see how it's going to, how the pages will hold up to it, if it's going to bleed through or anything. But I have seen online several people have taken notes in this Bible, and it's worked out for them. When I say I used it before, it's because I actually have a copy of the Esv Jesus Bible that came out previously, and I have highlighted in that one, and I'll show you that in just a moment here, but I haven't really written notes in it so much. One thing I'm not crazy about with the NIV version is I'm just not a huge fan of the comfort print. Now, they have made it better in a lot of the recent Bibles. Like they used to have, like, the letters were open more, and now they've connected them and it looks a little easier to read. So I'll just kind of hold this up here. Hopefully you can see it. It's not horrible. It's not like it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. It's just not my favorite of the comfort prints. I prefer the New King James Version comfort print. The NASB has pretty nice comfort print. KJV isn't too bad either. I don't have a lot of King James Version Bibles. It's just not my translation of choice. But I have seen some, and they were easy enough to read. Again, that's just me being really picky and picking something out. It's not a deal breaker. It's not like I can't read it. It's just not my favorite. I would like to see the font a little larger in this one too. It says 9.5, and like I said earlier, I do think it reads slightly small. So I would like to see, for me personally, I would rather have the font just a little bit larger and have less margin space. But I also realize, they're putting all these sidebar articles in too, and it already is a pretty thick Bible. So I do understand why they made that choice. Here's one of the ribbons. We have a nice pink color ribbon. Where's the other one? And we have a gray. Again, this is a really great resource. I just love I love the idea of this Bible and how it connects Jesus to every part of the Bible. Because sometimes it's so easy to get caught up and we read a verse here and there, we listen to a sermon, we have our reading plans, we're just reading a little bit every day, or just studying, like doing a deep study through a certain book. But this kind of shows us that the Bible is one big story, and it all goes together, connects together. It's not the Old Testament God and the New Testament God. No, Jesus was present from creation. It's the same God throughout, and it's easy to forget that, as you're reading in little chunks like that. But I like how this ties everything together. I forgot to mention, but this is going to be a black letter text. I'll show you in John here. You could definitely spend a lot of time in this one because there's a lot of articles, a lot of extra study materials here. Be a good devotional Bible too. Read through the articles, go through certain portions of Scripture. Okay, so let's get to the end here. We're almost through Revelation. And at the very end here, my page got a little bent over here. That's not something you'll see in yours. I think I did it. There's an article here at the end called Forever, Made for a Different Place. That goes several pages. And skipped a little too far here. If I can never get to the right page, you're going to see we have a dictionary concordance. We also are going to have a table of weights and measures before that. It's a nice, fairly extensive concordance. At the end, there's going to be several sheets of lined paper for notes. There's like 3 here. A note regarding the type, and then we're going to get to the end. So this is the NIV Jesus Bible. These versions that are coming out this month, it's exactly the same interior text block as before. You're just going to see this beautiful new cover with artwork by Joshua Noom. Now I will show you real quick, and I have a review on this Bible already if you would want to go back and take a look at that, but this is a previous edition. This is my Esv Jesus Bible, which is exactly the same articles and everything in it as the NIV that I just showed you. It's just a different translation. You can see we have the same layout, same everything. I do like the print in the Esv one a little better, as I mentioned. I'm not a huge fan of that comfort print. It depends on the Bible though too. I have the NIV chronological Bible, and I don't mind it at all in that one. So I think they did tweak it in more recent editions, and it looks a lot better. So don't let that hold you back from buying an NIV Bible. It's just, I'm just being nitpicky. Let me see if I can find somewhere I highlighted in here real quick. Okay, I thought I saw something. I didn't highlight a lot in this one, but I did a little bit. Where are you? I thought I just saw something. Oh, I should have marked it before I started the video, but that's okay. Hopefully find it quickly here. Okay. Yeah, here's an example of something I highlighted. It was a pretty light highlighter in pink. You can see a little bit of show through on the other side. When I use gel highlighters, I usually don't get as much, so I would definitely choose gel highlighters. That was not a gel highlighter that I used. That was the Zebra Midliners, I believe they're called. And I can link those below as well. They're not always great in Bibles because they're more of a wet, normal consistency highlighter. So don't always recommend those for Bibles, but I did use it in this one. It's not horrible, like I said. It's just like at the end of a line where you stop highlighting, get that little pool of ink, it sometimes bleeds through then. Okay. Sorry, my daughter's pushing her slime at me while I'm trying to not get it on the Bible. At least it's in the jar, I guess. See if there's any more big examples of highlighting. I know I highlighted in this Bible too. It's just always my luck that I can't find it when it's time to do the video. So obviously I haven't highlighted a lot in here, but like I said, I think I did like maybe 10 or so places, but of course I can't find anything when I'm trying to for the video. So, oh well, I won't take a lot of time to look for that, but it's kind of page. I'm probably just not seeing it because it's in the center of the Bible. But anyway, so just a quick comparison. They're exactly the same size, exactly the same thickness, because it's literally the same text block, just with different translations. So this is the NIV. The NIV comfort print's a little darker, a little more bold. I don't think I can get them both on at the same time and get a clear picture, but I'll try. They're so big. I don't know if that was helpful at all, but anyway, that's the Esv. And the Esv is coming out in new covers next month. So they will be coming out with the Esv Jesus Bible in new covers as well. Okay, so there we are, the NIV and the Esv Jesus Bible. I highly recommend picking up a copy of this Bible if you enjoy just seeing Jesus in every book and wanting to get a broader picture of the narrative of Scripture, the Jesus Bible is a great resource. And this again is from Zondervan, comes in NIV and ESV, and there'll be some new covers coming out for NIV this month and ESV next month.